And yeah, now we can move on to actually drafting the trousers, the short, right? And let's hide our measurement. Let's hide our best car rig, and I'm gonna hide also the underwear. Okay, so also the waistband for now, and I'm gonna go to cursor to world origin. I'm gonna go fabric, and I'm gonna duplicate it. Right. So this one I'm gonna add. Have we created short? No. No. Yeah, I'm gonna make another one called short, basically, and I'm gonna put the viewport display same thing uh, as this pink thing, and I'm gonna borrow the cut, and yeah, let's start drafting. So I'm gonna delete the first half, the top half of this fabric, so that yeah. So first of all, we're gonna measure the height, right? So waist to crotch is 21 centimeters, crotch to thigh is 5 centimeters. So I'm gonna measure that. So that is 21. So, and then first of all, I'm gonna measure 26, and put the cut there. So, and then we're gonna add another, we're gonna make the cut for the crotch, which is 21, and cut. So I'm gonna delete the whole thing here, so that this is 26 and this is 21. Right, so that is the first cut that you should make. And the next we're gonna start about this bit, the crotch line. So you got 60 divided by 4 is 15 centimeters. So you're gonna get, actually you're gonna get 30. I mean, like, just to make it, first of all, you're gonna make 30 first, that is 30. And let's put a cut there, and you're gonna mark the middle bit, which is 15, right? 15, and so we're gonna take the 15th and the 16th face and assign it to the cut. So the left part is 15 centimeters, and then the right part is 15 centimeters. So that is equal between the left and the right bit side. I mean, right? So we're gonna use this exactly the same middle part to measure our thigh, basically. So that is gonna be the cut, and the thigh circumference is, because the thigh circumference is 14 centimeters, just 1 centimeter shy from the crotch line. So I'm gonna put cut, and okay, that's good. And now, okay, so now let's draft our crotch line. So yeah, so first of all, I'm gonna make a curve, Bezier, and I'm gonna put it, first of all, of course, I'm gonna put it right here, right? And I'm gonna put it, so here's the thing about, so, oh yeah, I forgot that, let's put the seat length first, right? So the seat, the vertical one is 17.5. We can actually make it 18, right? So let's make it 18, right? So that is 18. And so that is going to be the cut. So you've got that in the correct place. And we're going to extrude it again, and we're going to snap it to the top. So yeah, for the sake of simplicity, let's just see how long that is. Ah, that one is way too long. Oh, it's not that one, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that, and we should do this instead. GY, and we're gonna put it somewhere around here, basically. Okay, so let's see how long it is. 25. You see that we will need the front. The front is 27. It should be 27. So this have to. So the thing is, you cannot add this around here. So what you can do is that basically move this to the side. Right, so let's see, now it's 26.7, and now it's still less than needed, basically. So yeah, let's move it another centimeters to the side and see that now it is bigger, right? And yeah, now we're gonna have to scale things down a little bit, and the easiest way to do that is actually if actually, now that I think about it, you don't need this. So let's delete this one for now. Oh, no, I think we're gonna need it. So what I'm thinking is that we can actually, yeah, the thing is that angle is way too acute, right? Yeah, it's a little bit too acute in a way. So I'm thinking that I might, let's see if we scale it down like that. Yeah, what we can do is that we can move it up a little bit, maybe by 2 centimeters, so that we can have a little bit much better curve. $26. Right, so let's make it there. Oh, and there you go. You got 27. Yeah, it's still, the curve looks okay. The curve looks very good, actually. And yeah, now we can use that, and we've got a good 27, right? Which is the circumference of the front circumference, right? 27. And yeah. Okay, so that is our front crotch circumference, and we're gonna do the back one, right? So let's duplicate our fabric. So should we, I think what we can do is that we're gonna cut, what's it, maybe no, I think we're just gonna duplicate it for now. Let's just call it short front 001. This one is short back 001. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna just call it crotch front, and we're gonna duplicate it, and we call it crotch back, right? And yeah, now we're gonna deal with this. So we need 32 centimeters, right? And the seat is 13 or 14, right? And yeah, so let's measure this. How long is that? 16. Yeah, it's more or less okay. So now we can hide the front, and we're gonna first of all just give it a bit of room. Is that because we're gonna add fabric to the top? We can start with 4 centimeters, and yeah, now the crotch back. So the first step is to measure how much? 14 or 13. So let's go for 14 first, right? So let's put cut here, and let's remove the cut there, right? So that is 14, and yeah. Now let's put this here. basically, and let's put it here. So now if you take at the length, you will notice that we've got 29, right? So we will need to make it to the left. Basically, we're gonna make it wider. And before we do that, I want to show you about the 90 degrees rule that I have talked about earlier, right? So let's duplicate our plane and let's put it to our curve. And because we're gonna use this as kind of a guide to make our back crotch, basically. So yep. So remember that our waist is 70 centimeters, right? So let's open it up. So remember that that bit is 70 centimeters. Right? 70. So if you divide 70 centimeters divided by 4, you will get 17.5 centimeters, basically. Right? So we're going to make that into our plane. Let's divide it. Let's delete these vertices and make this 17.5, right? Okay, and we're gonna extrude this, and let's make it 14 centimeters. So that is the length of our seat, right? Now we're gonna use this as a guide for the 90-degree angle that we're gonna use, right? So first of all, I'm gonna make this. Let's scoop it down. Oh, that's weird. Okay, let's scoop it down by 3, maybe 4. That's a good approximation. So you increase it by 4, and we're gonna scoop it to the side by 4, and see if we get a good number. So that is 30, and that is not yet there. We need 32. So, and we're gonna also need something like that. We're gonna make it yeah, that one. Bounding box, and we're gonna point that, and we're gonna point that. Let's see. Well, we actually have less. So we're gonna scoop it up by another 2 centimeters. See it? We still doesn't have it, and let's scoop it another 2 centimeters. Almost. So once you've got that very close, you can actually rely on that curve at the bottom, basically. So yeah, I'm thinking that let's see about the angle first, because I'm not really sure. Right, so that is our thing. And remember that, so this is the original line, right? So let's put cut there. So we're gonna angle our this to that, basically, and it is something around here, I guess. And yeah, how much is that? 13.20. Yeah, something like that, probably. It's a little bit closer to the edge. Just make sure that vertices is on that edge, right? So as you will see that this is a little bit, it's more than 90 degrees, which is definitely fine, because what you don't want is less than 90. More than that, it's gonna be fine. So that checks out. How big is that? It's 16 centimeters. It's fine. And now this is 31. What we can do is we can scale it. So we're gonna have a little bit more acute angle. Okay, that's too much. Just a little bit. Tiny bit. Okay. Too much? Too much. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, that stays the same. Here. What about that? Still. Okay. It's 31. Now it's less than it should. Individual origin. Okay. Oh, that one. Yeah, I guess that checks out. Okay, so that is 32. And that is gonna be our back crotch, right? So yeah. So that is our crotch. We got, let's hide this. We got that, and we got that, basically. So that is our front crotch line, and that is gonna be the back crotch line. So yeah. Okay, so that is our two crotch lines, right? And the next thing that we're gonna do is actually to decide about that. So the outseam, basically, and yeah. So let's hide the back curve for now, and you will notice that, okay, so that is the front bit, and remember that we're gonna have 17 and a half, basically, and we're gonna add another 2 centimeters for the dart. So it's gonna be 19.5. So that is gonna be the cut. Let's just subdivide it. So that is 19. Sorry. Sorry. It's gonna be from that bit to that bit is 19 and a half. So yeah, that is the length for the front part. And we're going to use another curve. We're going to create another curve. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it here. And so the thing about the curve, I mean, like, you could make it something like that, probably. But the thing is, as far as I mean, like, you don't have, I mean, like, you can make the angle to be like that. Basically, it's curving like that, and it's gonna be fine, mostly. But I think what you can do is actually the better way you can do it is basically just to make it a straight line, something like that. And of course, I mean, like, now you're losing 1 centimeters from that, but however, it's gonna be fine because we're gonna add it up to the back part. So yeah, let's make it. So outseam front, right? And what we're gonna do is that we're gonna copy that and let's just call it back, right? And let's show our short back. And this is where's the crotch back, right? Okay, so we gonna need where's the plane? All right, so that is our thing. So now we're gonna add 2 centimeters actually, because it's not gonna be 17.5, it's gonna be 19.5. So we can use normal, right? And we're gonna add 2 centimeters, right? So now I guess it has to change. I mean, like, we're gonna need less rotation, basically, and we're gonna rotate it right here, 30, 35. Yeah, let's take the location of this, and that's, it's not gonna be here. It's actually it's actually gonna be here. So that adds 2 centimeters. So right, so that is gonna be 19 centimeters, 19 and a half, right? So what we can do is that we can get our outseam and we can move it to the side by 2 centimeters, and then we're gonna select this as the origin. Yeah, what we can do is actually just rotate it. So the thing is, we want that bit to touch the edge, the outer edge, the top edge, and so it's gonna be somewhere around that, right? It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be 6.6. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be fine. And we're gonna push it to the side. It takes actually 4.5 centimeters to do that. And yeah, this one is gonna be actually 8.54. Yeah, it's gonna be exactly the same. So yeah, I mean, like, it's gonna be that. So you will notice that the back, you will see that the back is gonna be bigger than the front, basically the leg part. And actually that is actually quite true. Actually, if you take a look at your own trousers, you will see that the back panel is actually bigger than the front. And the reason for that is because the back, our back, because we have this thing called ass, the bum, and that is kind of give the back much more volume to cover. So that's the reason why we move it to the side. So not only that, we give the outseam exactly the same, so that and that is going to be exactly the same, and we also give extra fabric to the back, right? So, and the thing is, you can actually check it out. So this is where you're gonna check the whole measurement thing, is that you can see it from our hip circumference. Remember that it's 22, right? So if you go to our front, you will notice that, remember that it's the middle point between that and that, right? So if you look at that, it's gonna be in around 10 and a half, basically. Okay, so remember that it needs to be at least 22 centimeters, right? So that one, 22 centimeters. And you will see that the front bit actually is only 20, right? So if you take from the cut from the crotch and then to the outseam, it's going to be like 20 and a third, 20 centimeters and 20.3 centimeters. So we still need extra 2 centimeters from that. So that thing is going to be distributed to our back, basically, and this one. So if you take measurement at the same place, right? So it's going to be same place, this one. So, I mean, like, hypothetically, if you want to measure it, it's going to be from, yeah, we can actually use our plane. So let's duplicate it and let's make it normal. And let's make it, oh, this one is 19.5. So we're going to add 2.5 centimeters, right? And we can actually move it here. So that is going to be the accurate place to put it, so that is accurate measurement of the whole thing. So that is 90 degrees. So that is 22. And you see that there is going to be an extra like 1 centimeters. So that extra 1 centimeters is going to be redistributed to the front, basically. But I think it's going to be less, is it? I mean, like 20, we need extra 2 centimeters, 1 and 0.7, I guess. 22. Okay, so basically, let's just mark it 22, right? Cut. So it's actually quite aligned with the thigh. So yeah, I think. So if we raise it to around 5 here, right? And if we do that, let's do that again. Let's go to curve, object, set origin to the cursor, and let's rotate it. I guess it's going to be the same angle with our back. So we can just copy that and do that, right? It's going to be on the edge, and let's just copy that. And yeah, voila. Now, you see that we are, if we move it up, remember, you see that we only need to, so that is 22. So we only lose like 1 and a third, 1 centimeter and 3 millimeters, 1.3 centimeters. And so now with the back, you can see that we actually do that. So that is 1 centimeter. And this is a half, I guess. So let's do that. Normal. Normal. Oh, I can use that. 1 centimeter, right? And this is around that. That's 4 millimeters. So yeah, I mean, like, that is actually a good number. So yeah, we gotta make that as the new curve. Let's just delete it. And sorry, let's just delete this, the old one. Just call this back, right? So now we have a sufficient hip circumference, basically. So